Over 33,000 tire-related crashes happen on American roads every single year. And most of those blowouts and tread separations didn't start at 70 miles per hour on the interstate. They started at the tire shop with the wrong brand. Today, using NHTSA complaint data, Consumer Reports full 2026 testing, and JD Power surveys, here are 5 tire brands mechanics refuse to install and 10 they actually trust. Quick disclaimer before we start, the tips and guides in this video are for educational purposes only. Every vehicle is different, so please use this information at your own risk. We are not responsible for any damage or injury that may occur. When in doubt, always consult a professional mechanic. And to understand why some tires fail so badly, you need to know how this industry actually works. 3 corporations control almost the entire global tire market: Michelin, Goodyear, Bridgestone. And they don't just make premium tires, they also own the cheapest, worst-performing brands on the shelf. Same parent companies. Dramatically different quality standards. Goodyear owns Douglas, the $49 Walmart special. Bridgestone owns Firestone. Michelin owns Uniroyal. These sub-brands exist for one reason: to capture budget buyers without hurting premium sales. Now, here's the part most people miss. Passing DOT safety certification doesn't mean a tire is actually safe at speed. DOT tests for basic structural integrity. It does not test wet grip. It does not test highway performance. It does not test how rubber behaves at 95 degrees in a Texas summer. Think of it this way: a tire that passes DOT is like a restaurant that passes its health inspection. It means they won't poison you today. It doesn't mean the food is good. Every brand I'm about to show you has DOT approval, and most of them have no business being on your car. So let's count them down, starting at number 5. Fortune tires ship with a 45,000-mile treadwear warranty, and that sounds like value, but it isn't. Fortune is manufactured by Prinks Chengshan in China, and they use elevated plastic content in the rubber compound. What that means for you is simple. Below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, that compound stiffens and loses traction. Sidewalls crack early. Tread wears unevenly because the compound isn't uniform across the surface, and that warranty? Owner forums consistently report claims being denied, cited as road hazard or improper installation, no matter what actually happened. On top of all that, Fortune has 0 OEM fitment on any vehicle from any manufacturer in the world. Not one automaker trusts them at the factory. That's the industry's quiet verdict. And the next brand performs even worse, while somehow costing more per actual mile of use. Accelera sells for about $60 a tire, and that sounds like a deal until you drive in rain. Independent wet braking tests show the Accelera Iota needs 40 to 50 extra feet to stop from 50 miles per hour on wet pavement, compared to a mid-range Hankook Kinergy. 40 to 50 feet. That is the length of a full-size school bus. That gap exists because Accelera uses a low silica compound that trades wet grip for cost savings. Silica is what keeps rubber flexible and tacky in cold and wet conditions, the exact conditions where tires matter most. And their warranty is listed at 30,000 miles, but some dealers legally honor only 12 months. That tells you everything about how much the manufacturer trusts their own product. Now, the next brand will surprise you, because it's made by a company that also produces one of the most respected tires on the market. Ironman, the worst-rated tire brand in Consumer Reports' entire 2026 survey, isn't some obscure import. It's made by Sumitomo, the same company behind Falken Tires, OEM supplier for the Porsche Macan and Jeep Gladiator. Same corporation, opposite quality standards. The 2026 data shows Sumitomo family brands scored dead last in owner satisfaction across all 4 measured categories: tread life, ride quality, handling, and noise. An owner satisfaction score of just 51 out of 100, and real-world owners report hitting the wear bars at 20,000 miles on tires warranted for 40,000. The next brand is sitting at the largest retailer in America right now, and millions of drivers think it's a smart buy. Douglas tires, $49 each, made by Goodyear. So how bad can they be? 3 facts you need to hear. Douglas tires ship from the factory at 8 over 32-inch tread depth, while standard all-season tires start at 10 over 32. Less rubber from day one means faster wear out. Independent wet braking testing shows Douglas Performance tires needing over 120 extra feet to stop at 60 miles per hour on wet pavement, compared to a Continental Extreme Contact Sport, and that is almost half a basketball court of extra stopping distance. And Consumer Reports has never given a single Douglas model their recommended badge in any category. Here's the math nobody does at checkout. A $49 tire lasting 25,000 miles gets replaced 3 to 4 times over 100,000 miles. A $110 Hankook lasting 65,000 miles gets replaced once, maybe twice. The cheap tire is the more expensive tire every time. And our #1 brand to avoid charges you mid to premium prices while carrying a legacy built on one of the worst product failures in automotive history. Firestone. This is the largest tire recall in American history. 6.5 million tires pulled from the market. 271 confirmed deaths from tread separation, causing rollovers, primarily on Ford Explorers in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Over 800 injuries documented. The technical failure was straightforward. Firestone's Wilderness AT line had inadequate bonding between the steel belt and the rubber tread. At sustained highway speeds, in heat, that bond separated and the tread peeled off the carcass at 60, 70, 80 miles per hour. Bridgestone, which acquired Firestone in 1988, denied responsibility throughout the entire investigation. Congress had to pass the Tread Act specifically because of this disaster. And the current problem is that some Firestone production shifted to China in recent years, and Bridgestone has been pulling back from those facilities, meaning tires on shelves right now could come from an inconsistent transitional production window. You don't know which run you're getting. And at $130 to $180 per tire for that same money, Cooper, Falken, Hankook, and Vredestein all deliver more consistent, independently verified performance. Now that you know what to walk away from, here are the 10 brands that actually earn your money, ranked from solid all the way up to the best tire you can put on any vehicle. At number 10, Falken brings racing technology to the street with a silica-enriched compound, 3D Canyon Seepay designed for snow traction, and heat diffuser technology against highway blowouts. OEM on the Porsche Macan and Jeep Gladiator, and still priced below Firestone. Number 9, Cooper features their Wear Square system, molded directly into the tread, a visual indicator that tells you alignment status, rotation, timing, and suspension health at a glance. High silica compound with sidewall integrity documented at 70,000 miles in real-world use. The go-to pick for trucks and SUVs on a mid-range budget. Number 8, Yokohama. Ranked number 2 in J.D. Power's 2025 Passenger Car Satisfaction Survey, beating Pirelli, Bridgestone, Continental, and Michelin. They are the only manufacturer using orange oil in their rubber compound, which improves molecular bonding and keeps tires pliable in freezing temperatures. OEM on Mercedes-Benz, Audi, BMW, and Porsche. Number 7, BFGoodrich. Was founded in 1870 and acquired by Michelin in 1990. Their KO2 line uses bruise-resistant sidewall rubber, nearly twice as thick as standard gauge, the same compound from the Baja Desert Racing program, now in civilian tires. If your roads aren't always roads, this is your brand. Number 6, Hankook. Costs roughly 60% less than comparable Michelin models, and in Consumer Reports' latest testing scored best in class for EV applications, beating Bridgestone, Continental, Pirelli, and Michelin. OEM on BMW, Mercedes, Tesla, Porsche, and Rivian, the single best value recommendation on this entire list. And now we're into the top 5, where the engineering gets serious. Number 5, Pirelli has been the exclusive Formula One tire supplier since 2011. Their smart polymer compounds shift behavior based on load, low, rolling resistance when cruising, increase stiffness and stability when cornering. One thing to know though, P0 models can wear out in 30,000 miles. Pirelli is built for performance vehicles and spirited driving, not your daily commuter. Number 4, Bridgestone is the second largest tire manufacturer in the world and backs flagship models with an 80,000-mile treadwear warranty. NanoProtect rubber handles, grip, rolling resistance, and heat management across all conditions. Their Drive Guard Run Flat technology gives you 50 miles at 0 psi. OEM on BMW, Lamborghini, Mercedes-Benz, and Toyota. Premium price, but you buy them once. Number 3. Vredestein. Most drivers can't pronounce it, and most mechanics can't stop recommending it. Consumer Reports ranked them number 3 overall in 2026, and all 7 tested models received the recommended badge. The Quatrack Pro Plus was rated the number 1 individual tire by Tire Rack users. Dutch engineering delivering luxury-grade performance at mainstream pricing. The only weakness is a limited model range compared to bigger brands. Number 2. Continental. Earned Consumer Reports number 2 overall brand spot in 2026, and their Conti Seal technology seals punctures up to 5 millimeters in diameter while you keep driving, no stopping, no spare. They took Best All-Terrain Truck Tire, Best All-Season Truck Tire, and Second Best Ultra-High Performance Tire in Consumer Reports testing. Continental supplies nearly every major automaker on the planet. And number 1, Michelin. As if there was any question. Consumer Reports tested 8 Michelin models for 2026. All 8 received the recommended badge. All 8 finished at or near the top of their categories. What sets them apart is their EverGrip technology. The grooves actually widen as the tire wears, which means wet weather grip improves over time instead of degrading. Their Defender line runs 80,000 miles while still outperforming brand new budget tires in wet braking tests. You will pay more up front, but you buy Michelin once, while everyone else buys something cheaper 2 to 3 times for the same mileage. So before you hand over your card for any set of tires, run them through 3 questions. First, where do you actually drive? Highway miles mean you should prioritize treadwear warranty and rolling resistance rating. Wet climate means wet braking score is your number 1 metric, and that is non-negotiable. Off-road means sidewall gauge and self-cleaning tread design matter more than anything else. Second, what does your vehicle's spec sheet say? Never drop below your factory speed rating or load index. Going below spec is dangerous, and in many states it voids your insurance on a collision claim. Third, what is the 36-month total cost? Price per tire times expected number of sets in 36 months. Run the math before you check out. And if you see any of these red flags, walk away. No OEM fitment history on any production vehicle. A treadwear warranty over 40,000 miles on a tire under $80. A brand not reviewable on Tire Rack or Consumer Reports. And if there is no DOT code on the sidewall, never purchase that tire. Period. One more thing before you go. Even the best tires on this list won't protect you if your car is sending you warning signals you're ignoring. And one of the most misunderstood, that brake warning light that stays on even when everything looks fine under the hood, there is a reason it won't shut off, and it is not always what you think. That full breakdown is right here. Watch it before your next drive.